I don't know everybody's religious background, but I believe in Jesus Christ. And God gave me the strength to be able to do all the things that I've been able to do. Listening to all these speeches, and I want to first thank my mom. I was raised by a single parent mom, and listening to Mr. Haslam, something he said, it stuck with me. I was the first person in my family to graduate from college. And since then, we've had 3 subsequent graduates from college. So I basically started the bar, and now we're going to keep it going. Next, I want to thank my wife. We've been married for almost 14 years. She's provided me with 3 beautiful children, Madison, McKinley, and Maverick. And without her, I wouldn't be able to do all the things that I'm doing, because I know that she's taking care of our home. I know that I don't have to worry about my children. And she doesn't get enough credit because she's a stay-at-home mom now. So I just want to say thank you. We are a team. It's not just me. You might see me, I'm the face of the team, but it's a partnership that goes on in the Dennis household. Secondly, I want to thank Coach Gary Elliott and Billy Gamble, because they brought me here to UNA. They found me back in St. Louis pondering on which Division I school I wanted to go to. And Coach Gamble stuck with me, and they brought me here. Once I got here, I partnered with the teammates that I call family. We're brothers. We've been friends for 20 years. Lionel Saki, and we call ourselves the Flight Brothers, and I played basketball for 2 years, of course. In my 5th year, we won a partial scholarship, and I asked Coach Elliott, how am I going to do this last year? And I called my mom, and she was like, son, you got to figure something out. So I was hearing a young lady that ran cross country. I ran cross country too, in my 5th year to pay for my last year of school. And by doing that, when I graduated out of here in 2002, I had a 0 balance. And what that means is I didn't owe anybody any money or anything. And I'm proud of that, because we're all the young people. You got to do what you got to do to get through this. Everybody got dreams and aspirations of how this is going to go, but we don't know. And you got to, like I tell the kids, I was on the I have no choice plan, because nobody before me had did it. But since then, I've been able to springboard and do so much. I think one of the reporters told LeBron James to shut up and dribble. And for me, I take offense to that, because UNA provided me an opportunity, and I went way beyond dribbling the basketball. I've been able to change lives, change the world with me just being a UNA graduate. Next, I want to thank my friend Cedar Southwood. Stand up. I never thought about being Alumni of the Year or anything of the sort. It was my dear friend Cedar. She stayed on me. She put in for it last year, and I didn't win. And she was like, oh, you gonna win next year. She knows more about me than I know about myself. She had all the accolades, all the stats since I left here, and I want to say thank you. Along the way, Gloria and Claude Grant, they were like my surrogate father and mom while I was here in Florence, and they made the transition from being all the way from St. Louis possible. And as I moved on with my life and became an Atlanta police officer, I learned that I had the opportunity to touch lives and change. I'm dealing with people at their lowest point in life, and be able to be the change that I wanted to see. My #1 message to all young people, especially with everything that's going on in the world, I saw a settlement today for George Floyd. Be the change you want to see. And all of us, I'm a retired police officer, as well as I'm an African-American male, so I line up in the middle. And what I say to that is, I want to see the world in a better place. And so instead of talking about it like a lot of people do, I chose to do something about it. I created Clippers and Cops so that we can make ourselves available, and we go into these local barbershops each month. Nobody pays us to go, nobody asks me to go. I decided to do it on my own, because I got tired of reading about different officer-involved shootings and different things like that, and knowing what I work gangs investigations, knowing that there's 2 sides to that coin. Every cop isn't right, and every person isn't a criminal. So when you hear people say Black Lives Matter, that's a cry for help. That's not, some people use it as political gain, some people use it for whatever they want to use it, but to me that's a cry for help. So me being an African American police officer, it's my goal to be the change I want to see, to bring us together in this world. We've come too far to basically now we worry about self. And for me, it's a us. And so that accountability goes across the board. Like Mr. Hassan said, what are you doing to change the world? Don't sit back and rely on someone else to be the change, you be the change. And so I ask everybody to do something. If you got an opportunity to mentor a student, mentor them. If you have the opportunity to help somebody get through college, look at me. That's how we build and make our world better. I want to thank you all for the opportunity to make me of your alumni of the year, and I thank you.